Welcome to Ruffing the Past, the show where I talk football, miscellaneous stuff, and mostly football. I'm your host, Sam Ruffing, and I will actually be talking about golf today as we have late-breaking news. Cameron Smith, the winner of the 2022 British Open, the 150th Open Championship as it were, is leaving the PGA Tour for LIV Golf in a deal worth $100 million according to reports. This was first broken today by fellow Australian golfer Cameron Percy, who in a press conference was asked, what's the plan for Cameron Smith, does he know? And Cameron Percy said, yeah, he and Mark Leishman, they're gone. They're leaving the tour, they're heading for LIV Golf, basically. And everyone's all up in arms about it, like, oh, why would he leave? How dare he leave the PGA Tour's monopoly? Whatever. Leave the tradition. How dare you go out there and make your own money? Get paid what you're worth, especially to an Australian market, being the best player since Jason Day. It's all a bunch of nonsense, really. And this is going to be huge for not only the PGA Tour, and not only for LIV Golf, and Cameron Smith's wallet, but for the golf world in general. And if you're wondering why he left, well, here's a few reasons. Number one, and the main one, which, yes, everyone knows why he's leaving, it's money. I mean, Cameron Smith won the 2022 Players' Championship, the crown jewel of the PGA Tour, with the highest purse of $20 million, which is distributed to the players who make the cut, or I think the players, everyone, I don't know. Basically, that's all the money that's distributed to the players for the tournament that you can win. And so, Cameron Smith won that, and he got a pretty nice reward of $3.6 million. I mean, that is the most the PGA Tour offers outside the FedEx Cup. And yeah, that's good. That's a good thing that, you know, that the what is it called? The purses are going up. That's fantastic. Well, LIV Golf came along, and in their first event, which in London, which the Centurion, which is not exactly their most prestigious event. Honestly, it's probably their worst quality. I mean, the top players they had were not great. I mean, you had DJ. Yeah, it was not a high-profile event. You had DJ, Phil Mickelson, not much else. And Charles Schwartzel, a man who hasn't won on the PGA Tour in like 6 years, or any tour event in 6 years, shows up at LIV Golf and wins the Centurion, only playing 54 holes, and he takes home $4 million for winning. This is in LIV's event, which is practically the John Deere, practically the Sony Open, the 3M Open, your average kind of middling tour event. And he took home $4 million, which is $400,000 more than the PGA Tour's crown jewel, their top dog event. And Cameron Smith sitting there like, really? This is the best the tour can do? I played 18 more holes than these guys. And I won $400,000 less. Oh, except he won more than $1 million less. Because Charles Schwartzel was on Team Stinger, captained by Louis Oosthuizen, and they had the combined lowest score for the tournament. So they got to take home $3 million, split 4 ways, which is $750,000 extra for one Charles Schwartzel. So he won $4.75 million, which is $1,150,000 more than one Cameron Smith won. And man, he must have not been happy about that, and I don't blame him. So LIV Golf comes around, and they made an offer he could not refuse with $100 million. And that's, just the signing bonus, obviously. He can make more based on whatever he wins in the tournament, which is insane. Another reason he left is because he knows that the PGA Tour, that LIV Golf is going to make World Golf ranking points. They're going to get it. The main argument against LIV getting World Golf ranking points is that they're a startup tour, they're amateurish, they're not competitive, the play isn't great. Part of that's due to the fact, they play 54 holes, they shouldn't get it. Well, part of that's due to the fact that the players on there are not all, as high quality as the PGA Tour's top field, obviously. It's a startup. And also the PGA Tour blackmails anybody who wants to leave for said LIV Tour. And if you haven't won a major in the last 2 years, you're probably not. You're afraid of risking it. Or if you're not retired and old, you're not risking it. But as more top players, like a Cameron Smith, who is number 2 in the world right now, leave, the competition's going to get better. And as the tour goes on, you'll have more history. And people start taking it more seriously. And people are going to start recognizing it and, get more excited as they develop their favorite teams, still root for their favorite players. And Bubba Watson's now joining. He's still good. Cameron Smith, Mark Leishman. 2 good players as well. Obviously. They're joining. The competition's getting better. The PGA Tour, and if the competition gets better and more top players are playing there, then people are going to start asking questions like, why aren't they making World Golf ranking points if they're playing an event and they're top dogs? If this event is, highly competitive, everyone's fighting for their $4 million bonus. Why aren't they getting paid? Why aren't they getting their, exemptions into majors? Because more people are going to leave. The threats of the PGA Tour are not going to last, let me tell you. People will obviously be afraid at first of, I don't know. But, with high-profile players who keep joining, it's only going to gain more traction and recognition from the golfing bodies of the majors and whatnot. Because the majors don't give a crap. They shouldn't give a crap. They probably do give a crap. They should not give a crap about, which tour it is, just as long as they're making World Golf ranking points. And the World Golf ranking is going to recognize them. They're just going to. And if they don't, well, then the PGA Tour is going to have to let them back on at some point. Because if more top players who have large fan bases are leaving for LIV, those fan bases are going to watch LIV and those players, and ratings for the PGA Tour are going to drop. Their fields are going to get, less good, I guess, and therefore less competitive, because you'll have more middling guys playing in their tournaments. And I'm not going to call anyone out. I was going to make an example, but I'm not going to, just because that's rude. They're going to have, fewer players, fewer top players in their tournaments. Ratings will drop. More people will watch LIV. And the PGA Tour will realize that they're going to need these players because the tour is not based off, is basically, can only work if they have golfers. That's it. Because this ain't I guess it's the NFL as well. Well, the NFL obviously wouldn't run without players. But teams would still be successful if a few players were dropped here or there. Like Patrick Mahomes could be cut, people are still watching the Chiefs. Alright, come on, as many are going to watch them, but people are still watching the Chiefs. Same with the PGA Tour. Not unlike the PGA Tour. More big names start leaving. Phil Mickelson is already a huge name, probably the second most popular golfer in the world to Tiger Woods. He's probably bringing in tons of viewers to LIV. He probably brings in tons of viewers to the PGA Tour whenever he's on. I mean, the ratings boost when Phil Mickelson won the PGA Championship was insane. I'm sure. I mean, it was one of the biggest sports moments in the last 20 years. And if more and more top players start leaving, I mean, guys unsure, like a Colin Morikawa, a Victor Hovland, players like that start going. Guys in the top 20s, top 15s, they start going to LIV. Ratings plummet. If a Hideki Matsuyama, who brings in most of the Asian market of viewers, goes to LIV, PGA Tour is going to have to let him play on the PGA Tour. Play on their tour just so they can get those Asian market watching the PGA Tour. This ain't gonna last. The PGA Tour is not. I mean, they could win this maybe if they're run competently, but the way that things being run, they're either gonna have to merge with LIV, step up their game, which they gotta step up their game, or more players like Cameron Smith are gonna leave and make LIV legitimate. And they might just be dominated by LIV. I mean, the DP World Tour, yeah, that ain't, I mean, they're losing players left and right. And what about, I don't know, how about tours like, how about competitions like the Ryder Cup? That's becoming less legitimate with every player that they banned from playing. Heinrich Stenson was supposed to be captain of the European Ryder Cup team. He leaves and immediately wins on LIV, regaining some of his fame. But he's not allowed to captain the Ryder Cup team now. Right, Europe has just lost basically half their team with, Lee Westwood and Sergio Garcia, among others. Because, World Tour has already lost. I mean, they don't have Europe has no one really to begin, not many stars to begin with. And John Rahm's already questioning why they won't let Sergio play in the Ryder Cup. So that's gonna go down thanks to Cameron Smith leaving. And I'm just saying, in the next few years, LIV's gonna get some points. PGA Tour's gonna either let them on or just have to deal with the fact that LIV's getting points. Or, yeah. And that's why Cameron Smith left. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family. Hit the bell to stay notified for all future uploads of Roughing the Passer. I sincerely thank you for watching this video. It has been good fun. I hope we can have a nice civil conversation. And I'll see you all later.